Do you want to work or volunteer with kids in Queensland? We've created this video to help you use the online applicant portal to apply for a blue card as a job seeker. By now, you should have already registered for an online account. If you haven't done this, watch our previous video, Registering for an Online Account, before you continue. To apply for a blue or exemption card, simply go to our website www.qld.gov.au/blue card. Once you are on our homepage, click on the blue button which says Apply for a Blue Card. This will take you to the page to log into your online account. Here you need to enter your Queensland Department of Transport and Main Roads details, just as you did when you registered. You need to click the box indicating you have read and understood the privacy notice before you can log in. Make sure you do not click the Register for an Online Account button, as you have already done this. When you click the Login button, you will be sent a security code to the email address or mobile number you have provided when you registered. This should be a 5 or 6-digit number. If you provided an email address and the security code has not arrived in your inbox, check your junk mail or spam folder. If your security code has not arrived after a few minutes, you can request another one by clicking on the Resend Online Security Code button. Next, enter your security code in the Online Security Code box and click Submit. You will now have 6 options on your screen. To apply, click Apply for a Blue Card or Exemption Card. As you are applying for a blue card as a business operator, you will need to pay for your application. This page has information about fees and payment options. Make sure you read this information before clicking Next. During the application, you will be asked a series of questions which require you to answer yes or no. It is important you read these questions carefully and answer truthfully. First, you will be asked to declare whether you are a disqualified person or a negative notice holder. If you indicate yes for either of these 2 questions, you will not be able to apply for a blue card. If you're not sure what this means, click these links for more information. You will then be asked whether you are applying for a blue card or an exemption card. You can only apply for an exemption card if you are a Queensland registered teacher or a Queensland police officer. On the next screen, you will need to indicate you are a business operator. Make sure the button turns blue and has a round circle in it. We have direct links to definitions such as an executive officer of a corporation, category of child-related business, and restricted persons. Next, scroll down to the bottom of the screen and above the buttons Go Back and Next, you need to select how you will be paying for your application. You can pay using a MasterCard or Visa card. You cannot enter a B-Point payment receipt for business applications. Now click Next. Your screen should now have the words Add New Child-Related Business Details on the top right-hand side. You will need to select the category of child-related work you are proposing to start or continue from the drop-down menu. Then click the Next button. This section requires you to enter in your business details. Enter the business name and postal address. If you are operating as a sole trader, simply enter your name in the business name section. Indicate whether you propose to start or continue running any other child-related business by clicking on the Yes or No button. And on the following screen, your name, date of birth, and place of birth will appear. You cannot change these details. In this section, select your cultural identity. You need to indicate if you have been engaged as a foster carer, health practitioner, operator/supervisor/carer of a childcare service, or a teacher. If none of these apply to you, select None of the above. You can select your preferred language from the drop-down list of languages. Once you have completed these questions, click Next. Next, indicate whether you have ever been known by another name. If you indicate yes, you will be asked to provide further details. On the next screen, you will need to confirm your postal and residential address. Click Next and you're almost finished. You now need to declare all of the information you have provided is correct. It is important you read this declaration before you agree. Follow the links to our website for more information about your obligations as a cardholder. Once you have agreed all of the information is correct, click ahead to the next screen. This is where you enter your payment details. If you get an error, check the details are correct and try again. Once your details have been entered correctly, click the blue button to pay and submit your application. If you provided an email address, you will receive an email confirming your application has been submitted. If you have provided a mobile number instead, you will receive this confirmation to your mobile. You can print a copy of your payment summary by clicking View Your Payment Summary. Applications are generally processed within 28 working days unless further information or assessment is required. The application will take longer to process if any information is returned from the Blue Card check. If we need any further information from you, we will contact you. You have now submitted your application. You can return home or log out of your online account.